Hello my girlies, welcome back to a brand new video. Okay, it's your girl Riley. Today's video is something completely different and brand new to this channel, and I am so excited to do it. Okay, I have been wanting to do something like this for years and I just never did it because I was always too lazy to try it out, and here we are today. Okay, we are here today. Okay, I even made the room a little darker just to make it a little creepy. I mean, my lights over there are kind of ruining it because, like, look how bright they are. But I don't want to turn them off because, like, to me they look cute, but on camera they look like a mess. But anyways, yes, today, you guys saw the title, we are going to be going into conspiracy theories. Okay, and this is something that I want to be doing on my channel. Hopefully I commit to it, because in the past I've tried things and then I like them and then I don't commit to them. So we're here. Okay, and also please forgive me, I didn't have time to change into a good fit. This is just my this is my like pajamas that I'm wearing still. I didn't have time to plan a fit. Okay, you're lucky I did my makeup today. So today we are going to be diving into childhood ruining conspiracy theories. Okay, and I have some pretty good ones here that, in my opinion, completely shocked me, ruined me, and I just want to apologize in advance that if I ruin your childhood, I am sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not what I intended, but you have been warned. Okay, you have been warned. Okay, so my very first conspiracy theory has to do with one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. It is one of the best Disney movies of all time. You can literally fight me on this, and that is Tangled. Okay, Tangled, as we all know, is the movie with the girl with the really long hair, and she lives up in a tower, but she gets put up there by her evil mother, and the mother obviously being Mommy Gothel. Yes, I did just call her that. Okay, and what about it? So Mother Gothel is obviously the villain in this movie, because in the beginning of the movie, if you guys remember, there was a scene where Mother Gothel, obviously we all know Mother Gothel is like this like young, super hot like mother, you know what I mean? But she wasn't always like that. Okay, so the reason why she looks young in the movie is because, if you remember, in the beginning of the movie, she finds this like flower that basically keeps her young and beautiful. But the theory here is, now bear with me here, I'm gonna try my best to explain it to you guys, okay? Because most of these theories, by the way, I will say, I did find them on TikTok, so credit to the people that I got these conspiracies from. So the theory basically says that Mother Gothel is allegedly the same character as the evil queen in Snow White. Now, let me explain, okay? The similarities between Mother Gothel and the evil queen are that they were both like old, like witch almost like, and then they found a way to be young and beautiful, and they want to stay like that forever, right? That's the similarities already between those two. Now, I haven't seen Snow White in years, so like correct me if I'm wrong here, but basically in the TikTok that I saw, it basically said that the evil queen allegedly died, okay, because she fell off a cliff, right? Now, technically speaking, from what I heard and from what I remember as a kid, they never showed us like a body necessarily, which like they wouldn't, because I mean, it's a kids movie, obviously they're not gonna show a dead body. I mean, that's not all true, because if you guys remember the ending of Tarzan, that still traumatizes me. So supposedly the evil queen, when she like died, she fell off a cliff, and then that was supposedly like the end of her, right? But then afterwards, people were noticing that in Tangled, I guess like in Tangled, when she found the flower, I believe it was like at the bottom of a cliff. That I don't remember, so I might be wrong on that, but you guys can help me do the research. You guys can go back and watch these movies and confirm it yourselves, okay? But here's the other thing that people believe, they're the same character, okay? Looking at them both like side by side, like when they're in their like old form, they almost look alike. To me, it looks like if they could be like the remastered version, you know what I mean? Like if Mother Gothel was the evil queen from Snow White, this is what I believe she would look like if like the company decided to like remaster Snow White and remake it in this new version of animation. To me, that's what she would look like, in my opinion. And also, apparently, I did see this in the TikTok, but apparently, I think there's a part where when Eugene is on the ground, behind him, there was an actual like carved picture of the apple, the evil apple from Snow White. And that right there was like, whoa, you know what I mean? And I get it, you know, I get you guys are, some of you in the comments are gonna be such buzzkills and be like, well, obviously it's Disney, like they're all about putting Easter eggs and stuff like that. To me, this isn't like one of those Pixar ball or like Pizza Planet truck moments. Like this is like something different to me, you know what I mean? And also the fact that they kind of had similar deaths, but very similar to when the evil queen died. When Mother Gothel was shown falling off the tower, if you can see that clear shot of like her rope falling, there's no body there. It's just like her rope falling, you know? I don't know. What is your opinion on that? I thought it was crazy. Don't necessarily know if I believe it, but I thought it was crazy, you know? Okay, so this next one also has to do with one of my favorite movies as well, and that is the movie Willy Wonka, okay? So Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you guys obviously know this movie, okay? Is the movie about this guy who owns a chocolate factory, and he puts like 5 gold tickets in like random chocolate bars, and then these like kids who, most of them suck, you know what I mean? Get these tickets, and then they get basically a free pass to go in to get like a tour of the chocolate factory, which nobody has been inside of, okay? There's so many theories about Willy Wonka in general that I'm not gonna dive into. Like there's so many theories about how Willy Wonka is supposedly like a serial killer, but I'm not gonna dive in. Hey, sorry, my camera turned off because my alarm went off. Sorry about that. Okay, so what was I saying? Serial killer, okay? So many theories about Willy Wonka being a serial killer. I'm not gonna get into those just because I didn't want to do much research on that, because to me that was kind of like a last minute one. I am going to talk about one that is kind of old, so maybe you guys have heard of this one before. I know I've heard of this one because it's like one of my favorite theories, and it's like, whoa, like what is happening, you know? Like it's one of those, to me, crazy theory. But here it goes, okay? So obviously you guys know, because I just said that there was 5 golden tickets, right? Which means that there were 5 kids who got to go in to the chocolate factory. If you guys know this movie, you guys obviously know by now that by every other scene in this movie, one kid starts to disappear, right? Like at the end, it's just the one kid who's Charlie. But if you guys remember the first scene where a kid goes missing, or kid disappears basically, is when the kid falls into like the pool of chocolate, and then he gets like sucked into that like tube or whatever, which, by the way, can I just say, I remember watching that as a little kid, and that is where my claustrophobia came in. That always bothered me, and still does till this day. Okay, I just like, ugh, that tight space, like, ugh, I hate that. But right after that situation, and then when the mother freaks out and the mother goes with the Oompa Loompas to go check on her son, which, by the way, can I just say, this movie, right, Willy Wonka, okay, I'm not talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, we never saw those kids again, nor the parents, which is probably why I think a lot of people believe that like Willy Wonka is like a serial killer, because like you just never heard from these people again, you know? But when the first kid and the mother are officially off the group and they are no longer with them, this like boat, right, comes and picks them up and takes them to another part of the chocolate factory. And it was weird to me when I first heard this theory years ago, was the boat had an exact count on seats for the remaining people, meaning it was -2 seats. Wouldn't those 2 seats be there if this kid wouldn't have fallen into the chocolate, got sucked up that tube, and then the mother left? If that never would have happened, would this boat have had 2 seats, or would have been like the same without the 2 seats? This is also partly why a lot of people believe that theory of like him being a killer, was because he knows, right? Willy Wonka knows that these kids are gonna mess things up. These kids are gonna die or whatever. But this boat, like I'm literally looking at a picture of the boat here. The boat has a total of 8 seats because there's 4 kids left, and each of them has a parent with them. Why is there no 2 other seats? The other kid who got in the chocolate and got sucked up, and then the mother went to go look for him, where were their seats? You know, like this just happened, and then as soon as that happened, the boat came in and everyone got on, and there were no seats for them. What? That one right there has always stuck with me my whole life. Okay, this is one of my favorite theories because I just like question it so much. I'm like, where are the seats? What is going on? Okay, so this last one isn't necessarily a theory, but I want to talk about it. Okay, so I just want to apologize in advance because as it is, I'm probably already ruining your childhood. This right here will most likely destroy you, okay, because it ruined me. Okay, it ruined me. Okay, I hated that. I literally got chills. Oh my god, why am I freaking out this much about this? So once again, I said this one isn't a theory, but it was something I read like last year, and it stuck with me so much because of how much it bothered me. So the movie Toy Story, right? Another one of my favorite childhood movies. Okay, Toy Story, we all know, the Disney Pixar movie with the kid who has all these toys, and when the kid's not in the room, the toys come to life, meaning they can walk, they can talk, they can move around. You know, kind of scary to think about it, but obviously this is a kid's movie, so we go along, right? So all these toys come to life when there are no kids in the room. But I basically read this tweet last year that said something like, oh god, it said something like, if one of the toys were to die, okay, I know, crazy, because they're toys, obviously, like, you know, but follow me here, okay? Just keep up with me. If one of these toys would have died, right? They passed away, they have no soul inside their plastic or Raggedy Ann body, whatever the toy's made of. They have no soul in there, they're dead, okay? I don't think Andy would know that, and Andy would have continued playing with this toy's dead body, and the other toys would have had to have played with this toy's dead body. I hate that so much. Why did I read that? I literally haven't seen this in so long, but that stuck with me. I haven't watched Toy Story in years, but like, why? Why did I have to read that? I just think that's so dark, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, listen, I get it, you know, again, some of you are gonna be buzzkills in the comments and ruining it, but, I mean, even though they're toys, you know, they're toys, okay? Like, the only chances you have of a toy, I feel like, dying is if the toy, like, breaks and smashes into smithereens to the point where it's just not alive anymore. Like, you can't even play with that anymore. In Toy Story 3, when they were in like the garbage thing and then like they were gonna fall into the fire, that right there would have been dead toys, obviously, you know? But like, if a toy passed away somehow, like in Andy's room, Andy wouldn't know it's dead, because to Andy it's just a plastic toy. So he would have picked up a dead body and just played with it, and then the other toys would have had to have played along with it, had tea parties and fight with it, because who controls the toys here? Andy does. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that. That was like probably one of the darkest things I've ever had to say, and I mean, hey, it ruined my childhood, and I'm sorry that I had to ruin yours, okay? But anyways, that is the end of this little conspiracy theory video. If you guys did like it, please let me know so I can do more, okay? Because trust me, there's a lot I can talk about, okay? I necessarily don't want to get into conspiracies about like Illuminati, 666, like none of that is for me. Like, I don't personally like conspiracies like that. I like stuff like this where it's like it changes your point of view from your childhood, like it ruins your childhood. I like stuff like this. So if you guys would like for me to do another one of these, let me know in the comments. And also, if you guys did like it, please make sure to give it a like. Please make sure to subscribe to your girl, okay? And I will see you guys next time. Bye.